So this is part two. I just finished watching season 2, episode 9 of Star Trek Picard, Hide and Seek. Now, you guys should know how I felt about the episode from part 1 of this video that I posted. And this is the first of its kind where I actually, like I said, stopped the episode of Star Trek mid episode. No lie, like exact halfway point, right? And because I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, right? So I had to just put it up there because I know a lot of people who are Trekkies like myself felt the same exact way, right? From the things that they saw. So usually what I do is I watch an episode first and then, um, because I'm a Trekkie, I like to watch the episode first, right? And then I'll go back and I watch the episode, take notes and everything like that so that I can do my review. Sometimes if the episode is really interesting or if an episode, if I'm just on the fly or whatever, I'll just do the review right there. But this is part two. And as I was doing this, I was taking notes. I was taking notes because I went past the fact that this is a Star Trek episode that I should be watching and enjoying, and into the fact that I needed to just take notes so that I could get to the second part of this video. So we pick up on the second half of the episode, right? And it's of course it's gonna be spoilers, right? So this is the thing. You proceed to tell me that Seven couldn't. So she asked, "Hey, how come you never joined? You should be a captain by now, man. How come you never joined Starfleet?" Which is a very interesting question because in Voyager, you like you probably expect Seven to probably take that path, right? Seven proceeds to say that Starfleet would not let her join because they were fearful of her being aboard, right? There's so much wrong with that. Look, look, look. Come on, are you serious? With the expertise Seven of Nine had, with the documented loyalty that she showed to the Voyager crew and to Janeway, like instrumental in them getting back to the Alpha Quadrant, and you trying to tell me that Starfleet would look at this with all the advances and things that they could learn from her experiences with the like are you serious? Look, get out of here with that, right? So these flashbacks these flashbacks throughout this second season have been just straight up annoying to me. They have served no real purpose. We are at episode 9, and we figure out what's going on with Picard's mom, right? And I know. Look, I don't care. Like I said, the spoilers at the beginning. Y'all know how I roll. This is all garbage. Whatever. So we find out Picard's mom. She ends up killing herself. He forgets about it. Blah blah blah. Worse. But the thing is, to me, right? That is the most annoying little boy playing Captain Picard ever. Every time I seen him, especially in this episode, I wanted to kick him dead. I wanted to give him a chest kick, dead smack, right in the chest, right, knock all the air out. But just the whole scenario was just pointless. It was. What insight did it give to Captain Picard as a character? Captain Picard's personality, Captain Picard overall, as to any of the things you could look back at the Next Generation and be like, oh, okay, this explains so much. What about that whole little what did it have to do with Q? Where is Q? Speaking of flashbacks, is Picard's brother? He got an older brother. We know he has an older brother, right? So okay, do you remember the episode right after Best of Both Worlds 1 and 2, right? Picard went back to Earth, right? Picard went back to Earth on the Vineyard. He got into a fight with his older brother, met his nephew. Whole nother time. They came to terms and everything. Whole nother time in the episode, right? He finds out, I'm sorry, that's in the movie. He finds out that they all died in a fire, right? So we know for a fact these people exist. Where are they in the memories? Not nowhere. Not nan place. Ain't never seen his brother. No, I don't expect to see the nephew. He ain't born. But I expect to see the brother. mention of a brother, sounds of a brother upstairs, maybe the brother calling him, maybe them wrestling or fighting because we know that him and his brother was competitive when they were shorties. You know, look. These special forces board. So y'all didn't got assimilated, right? Right. And I didn't talk about how that will affect the timeline, right? So these people didn't got assimilated. The only thing that changed upon them to make them turn into Borg, right? Right. Was they drew some dark little vein lines on their face where they look like some kind of reject zombies, right? They, the weapons that they used, instead of them having a red laser targeting light, now they have a green Borg targeting. I mean, green Borg targeting light. They don't work as a team. They don't work as a collective. As a matter of fact, it seemed like they got more stupid in their tactics of how to sweep this house. One of the phoniest things I ever seen in anything, like even in movies that's trying to seem phony, and like they wouldn't even do something like this proper. Look, Ralphie and the injured 7 of 9 have to cross this field that's full of. It's got to be like 10 or 15 of these Borg special forces guys, right? Low grass with automatic weapons. One of them, when I say them, Seven or Ralphie, I think it's Ralphie, has a knife, a kniffy, one kniffy, not a sword, not a bat'leth, a kniffy, a knife, a straight up knife, and somehow they're able to make it all the way over there with no gunshots, no loss of nothing, just so somehow they switcheroo with the switcheroos, with the switcheroos, with the switcheroo, with the Borg Queen and Girardi and blackout on the computer and everything because, you know, it's Borgified and all this kind of stuff. And what they decide to do is make a holographic Elnor, complete with a what looks like a hollow emitter, right? Right, a portable hollow emitter, right? Like the Doctor used to wear in Voyager, right? And he proceeds to fight the Special Forces board around the ship because he's hiding the codes, all of the command codes and everything inside this holographic Elnor, right? And the Borg is fighting them now. One of the interesting things is, I swear it is, um, if it were true Borg, they would have grabbed Elnor, used their little ocular thing to disrupt it, figure out it was a hologram, and just simply disrupt it, turn it off, whatever. You know, cool stuff Borg would normally do. But no. These holograms proceed to try to karate, you know, special martial arts, you know, all this stuff, fight, you know, Elnor, man, you know, and all this stuff, he whooping their butt. And the greatest thing ever, right? The Borg Queen gets into a fight with a hologram. She's hitting Elnor, and Elnor's looking like he's taking damage and receiving pain, like this is hurting him. When he's a hologram, he's made out of photons, he's made out of light, right? This is what they're writing. So check this out, right? The Jerry Riggin Watcher technology. Rios has never been shown, to my knowledge, in season 1 or season 2 of Picard, to be particularly tech savvy. All right, outside of his ship. Now, you're gonna, in the short time that you have, and you don't have an engineering background. I can understand if you had an engineering background, right? Because Starfleet engineers can turn what they say rocks into replicators. So he proceeds to figure out Watcher technology, all the while because he's got a gunshot from a Borg, right, in his arm, and the doctor and her son, Picard and them, had what's her name, Talon, Watcher beam him out right through the vault door right now. So the thing is, the doctor asks him, "Hey, what's up with this thing that's right here, right?" And he's like, "It's a medical tricorder or whatever, right? It's for, you know, medicine, right?" So she picks it up and she starts to use it. She starts to use it on this dude. No background, no understanding of it, none of that. None of that. None of this. All right. Basically, that would be like somebody from like the Viking time periods, right? Picking up iPhone and being like, "Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, it's an iPhone. It's used to do this. Oh, cool, man. Let me look at these apps." So let me tell you something. Picard and Talent story time. It is so many inappropriate story times in this episode. So Talon and Picard make it through the downstairs through the secret passage, right? And they going down there. And I understand they're not moving fast because Picard like about 213 years old, and even though he got an android body, let me repeat that. Admiral Picard has an android body. Do you remember in season 1 where Daj, where she flipped back and forth through realizing that she was an android and wasn't? I'm sorry, I was choking up on the BS that was coming up that I was talking about. Do you remember how like when she thought she was human, she exhibited human strength and reflexes and all that, but when she tripped out and turned realized, oh man, I'm an android, and just start ripping floors up and through all that kind of stuff? Yeah. Have you guys seen Picard do anything like that? And he has an android body, can't move, none of that. Like, why you gonna give me an android body that do this? Why? What was the point? What was the point of that story? Like, okay, I ain't talking about season 1. I'm talking about this episode. I swear to God, I am. All right, so they proceed to want to talk about like all these flashback in history and what he going through in life when they being chased by Data. All of a sudden, psycho evil Data ancestor dad, right? And some Borg drones who not really drones, they special forces drones, right? They got time for a story. They got time for a story. Everybody got time for stories at inappropriate moments. Ralphie and Seven got time for inappropriate stories, all while the Borg is doing nothing but walking around the house. They walk around the house. They'll look in, they'll walk around. They'll point their light in, they'll walk around. Right? They'll point their light through this, they'll walk around. You see the beam of light stay on somebody's head for, I swear it was like 3 seconds. I swear it was like 3 seconds, right? I was thinking to myself, oh, shouldn't they? I even said, damn, they should have shot by now, right? Enough time for Talents to turn around, shoot the dude in the face, and the only discharge from that Borg Special Forces Borg drone, right? It didn't hit Picard in the head where his beam was aiming for the last 17 minutes, right? But it didn't hit Talents. No, 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 no. It hit her weapon. That's what happened. That's what happened right there. That's what happened. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, let's talk about. Oh my God, this craziness. Let's talk about this negotiation between Girardi and the Borg Queen, right? Because again, I said all of the history of the Borg, all of the assimilation, all of the search of perfection, right? All of that, all of we know about the Borg has boiled down to the Queen having a been lonely. She's been lonely. She just been lonely, y'all. Y'all gotta forget a Borg, man. Y'all gotta understand that the Queen was lonely, man. She needed some friends. She just needed somebody to talk to. Oh my God, she needs somebody to talk. So, out of nobody in history besides Janeway, y'all know the conditions that it took for Janeway for people to even almost accept that the Borg could be negotiated with in the episode Scorpion 1 and 2, right? Of the conditions that it took for the Borg to even consider talking, not even the Queen, just the collective, to even consider even talking to Janeway, right? They would have to be getting their arses kicked By 8472, right? So think so. By the way, Girardi had mentioned that the Borg Queen had assimilated, or the Borg had assimilated millions of species, right? Now I don't know if it was a typo, word, or misparted, edited, whatever, right. But if she assimilated millions of species, right, and it's roughly what 20 years after the events of the next generation, right. And the last species that we left off on numerically was 8472, and we can assume that it was a couple of three, four more species after that that might have been assimilated, right? Let's just say it's not 8472 no more. It's just a plain old 10,000, right? It is a very big difference between 1 million species and 10,000 species. But then you might say, Trek Cannon, what if she meant millions of individuals, right? And then you think to yourself, wait. It's more than millions of individuals on Terra, on Earth itself, all by itself. It's billions of us, right? It's billions of us. And the Borg have assimilated thousands of worlds that contain billions of people or millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people, but nonetheless, however you look at it, that was just a jacked up thing to put inside that whole statement. So she proceeds to negotiate with the Borg Queen about her loneliness and how if they could just fix Seven and Nine, who then got hentai tentacle with Girardi. By the way, you can't fully assimilate into your normal Borg self because you ain't got enough material, but you can insta generate hentai tentacles out your back to impale Six of Nine, right? That's what you're finna do. That's what you're gonna convince us of, right? You can't, right? Now, understand that it's shown in here that she has absolutely no connection, no form of collective with none of the special forces guys, right? Right? There's like, now, overall, this episode sucked booty. Blew. This episode was wasting my time. Matter of fact, it wasn't a waste of my time. It was almost hilarious because I went into it thinking that how much worse could they have actually gotten with this? And please understand, guys, I am not a Star Trek basher. Anybody who's familiar with my channel knows the love, like, knows the genuine love I have of Star Trek, all things Star Trek. But when you have problem kids like this, one day you just got to acknowledge that they need help, man. You got to send them off to people greater than you, man. You just got to, sometimes you just gotta send them. You gotta send them to boarding school, man. Sometimes you just gotta send them to military school, something like that, man. You gotta send them off. You gotta give them. Sometimes you just gotta put them on punishment. You know what I mean? So it's one episode left. It's one episode left. We have no idea what's going on with Q. We have, this whole little flashback thing with Picard was just stupid. It pointless. It meant nothing. It expanded on the character of Picard in absolutely no way. None. Right? I feel stupider just having watched this. I feel I feel stupider. It's odd to feel stupider having watched a Star Trek episode. Right? Like, when the hell does that happen? When does that even happen?